We've all experienced the subtle emotions when remembering something in our past. Derived from the Greek word nostos and algos, the word nostalgia goes back hundreds of years. A Swiss physician initially coined the term nostalgia to describe the troubled emotional state of homesick mercenaries. And then by the 19th century, the term nostalgia became associated with depression. And then it wasn't again until 1979 a totally different physician basically redefined the word to encompass feelings that were different from homesickness. Eventually, this word evolves into what it is today. I was just researching like what a modern day definition of nostalgia is, and I came across this definition that I feel like really encapsulates its essence. It says nostalgia is the pleasure and sadness that is caused by remembering something from the past and wishing that you could experience it again. What I think is so interesting about this word particularly, it demonstrates to us that memories don't always evoke the same feeling of which we had in the moment when it was first experienced. Sometimes we recall those happy memories of old with feelings of sadness and a longing. So in other words, nostalgia has this unique ability to influence the present moment based on how the interpreter chooses to reminisce the past. So what this is saying is that how you choose to remember the past is up to you. And I don't know about you, but this brings me a lot of peace knowing that even though there may have been sad and painful moments in my past, I have the power to basically rewrite its effects on my current reality. If you have the power to change your perspective towards the future, then what's stopping you from changing how you interpret the past? I was thinking the other day, and I realized my generation, a lot of us have this fascination with vintage culture, antiques, right? It's like we even have our fashion taste inspired by trends that were popular in like the 60s and the 70s. This might be a little bit of an excessive explanation for this, but I think my generation is beginning to slowly turn the corner of this artificial environment that we now all live in, where we all believe the same things, say the same things, do the same things. But it's like there's a select few of people that are waking up and they have this affinity for the lifestyles of the past, which isn't really ideal, but what it is rather an act of nonconformity in a world that is on a societal decline, which kind of makes sense because we interpret simpler times with having simpler thoughts, and simpler thoughts equate to a simpler life. And this is what nostalgia does for us. It actually grounds you in the moment by reminding you of those key events in the past. This doesn't mean that you have to sit around all day and think about the past. Rather, it should motivate you to live a full life so that you're able to relive those moments that have shaped you into the person that you are today and are becoming. And just to back some of this up with some scientific evidence, I pulled an article that was done at the North Dakota State University. Dr. Clay Rutledge, social psychologist, associate professor, basically did this study, and it was shown that nostalgia increases positive mood, self-esteem, feelings of social connectedness, optimism about the future. Furthermore, it motivates people to focus on cultivating meaningful relationships and pursue important life goals. In addition, nostalgia also reduces existential fears about death. It activates the core brain regions associated with emotion regulation, autobiographical memory, and self-reflection. So crazy, right? For me personally, there's like people, events, things that I still think about on a daily basis, that happened years ago. But these moments for me were just key markers in my life, man. And I like to live in this mental time capsule, especially when I feel lost, because it gives me a restored sense of meaning. Because here's the reality, though your past doesn't define you, it's still a part of your story. Memories aren't these two-dimensional, lifeless artifacts. These memories are just as alive today as they were on the day that you had first experienced them. One other thought too, it's like you can be nostalgic for experiences that you never had as well. The other week I was watching this colorized video of like the early 1900s. There was no sound, they just had like video. And I just thought this video was like so cool. And I was just thinking like, wow, what What a wild time to be alive. Like, I miss this. And I caught myself saying, like, I miss this to myself. And I was like, that wasn't my memory. I never experienced that, right? It's like my grandparents weren't even alive when this video was filmed. Yet I could still feel myself empathizing with the moment in this time frame. So wrapping up here, guys, the past isn't meant to be a scary place. Embracing nostalgia provides the imagination a solace that sometimes we don't even know that we're longing for. I wanted to make this video not as like a think about your past every day, live in the past. This is more directed towards the people that are already nostalgic, and provide some insights that I've gotten along the way as a fellow nostalgian myself. So anyways, guys, that's all I got. I hope this video helps. Feel free to reach out if you've got questions. Be sure to give it a thumbs up for the algorithm, and thank you guys so much again for watching.